Good morning, backup dancers. Today's Thursday, and I received a phone call late yesterday afternoon. So yesterday, a lady called me, and she said, Judy, I was told to contact you because I have sucker written across my forehead. And she said, come here, Teddy Bug. I guess not. And she said, I have this pigeon that keeps showing up on my back porch every single day. It's obvious a pet. I have posted the pigeon's picture in multiple pages on Facebook around my town, and no one is coming to ownership for this pigeon. And so she asked me to come rescue it, and I told her, I'm sorry, am I talking about the pigeon? Huh? Could y'all give me just a minute? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Lily. Here, you may sit down next to you. Huh? Come here. Come here. I love you. I'm sorry I was talking about the pigeon and not giving you any attention. That baby's so mistreated around here. God love him. You need to be rescued. Because Mama don't show you enough attention. Huh? Is that what it is? He's so mistreated. I love you. I love you. I'll do 5 times. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Is that enough? One more time. I love you. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. This rotten. Okay, you're good. You're good. You've had kisses, you've had rubs, you've had scratches. You're good. Go on. I gotta finish the story about the pigeon. Okay? I love you. Leroy Brown. Bad Leroy Brown. He is something else. He does not want me to talk, be around anybody but him. So anyway, the lady said the pigeon is coming to her back porch every morning. She lives at Smith Lake, which is roughly about an hour from here. And she really wants to find the pigeon a good home. So I told her that I would come this morning and see about it. So I'm waiting for her to call to make sure the pigeon comes back to the porch this morning. Pigeons are trained to do that. I could let my pigeons out right now and they would fly around. And then they would come back home at night and roost. Pigeons are very smart. I don't necessarily do that simply because I have a lot of hawks around here and I worry about the safety of the pigeon. Well, hello? Well, hello, sugar. Hello. Was I not paying you any attention either? Huh? Was I not paying you attention? This is my water bug. If I turn the water hose on, she right here beside me. She loves to be sprayed with water. Turkeys, if you didn't know, love water. So you have to be careful when you free-range baby turkeys because moms will go stand in the middle of the pool and the babies jump in and then the baby's drowned. So anytime you have baby turkeys, you can't free-range them. You have to lock them up because more than likely they'll drown. So you have to be careful. Back to my story. So I don't free range the pigeons because pheasants live in there as well. If I let a pheasant out, it ain't coming back. It's gone. And pheasants are very expensive. As a matter of fact, y'all probably gonna see crazy across my forehead, but I paid $200 for a pair of pigeons. Not pigeons. I paid $200 for a pair of pheasants. They're very expensive. So I don't want to let them go because then it's like throwing $200 out the door. So I've let all the animals out today. It's going to be another scorching day. It's supposed to be over 100 degrees today. So I I don't know what's wrong with my throat this morning. I have a frog in it. Everyone has fresh water. So I'm good with that. I just need to put out feed this morning, and then I have groceries being delivered this morning. Check on Larry, give him his medicine and breakfast. And then if the lady calls me about the pigeon, I'm gonna travel to go get that pigeon to rescue it. I'm gonna go out here and sit with the chickens and feed them breakfast this morning. I hope I'm not getting sick. I keep having a frog in my throat. I thought I'd take you along to feed the chickens. Okay. Come on. Come on. Nobody knows I have food out here yet, but these two jokers. This is my little hen that was up on the roost. Here comes her new boyfriend right here. I raised these two chickens. I raised these two turkeys. Y'all know I get tongue-tied all the time. Do you want some, baby? There you go. There you go. Come on! Come on! Come on! You better come on! Ain't nobody listening to me this morning. So I put the food in that pan over there simply because of Wallace. Wallace is right here. You know, Wallace has a broken top beak. Wallace was a rescue as well. You see her top beak missing? So she can't pick up food off the ground. And I don't want her to feel any different. See the top beak? Oh, she beat, see it? Hey, Wallace. You got a feather on your... Come on. See how she eats. This is Gigi. This is Wallace. She does well. She was ran over by a car and left in the middle of the road at Wallace Community College. God love her. All right. They starting to come out. Look at that pretty boy. He's so pretty. I love feeding the chickens and the turkeys and the ducks. Hey, sugar. You sure are a beauty. All right, let's go pour it into the bowl so that they have feed the rest of the day. I just saw the guy pull up with my groceries. I've been trying to eat right. So I was out of my breakfast food, so I ordered groceries to be delivered because I knew I was going to have to go get that pigeon today, so I was trying to multitask. And I didn't want to leave Larry for too long, so I didn't want to go to the grocery store and go get the pigeon at the same time. Larry's nurse recommended him not be outdoors this week because of the heat. He's really having trouble breathing being outside. Yesterday he got really scared because he couldn't breathe at all. I got him inside and set him down, but he seems to be fine when he's in the house sitting. I guess because he's not in that hot heat. And so I really can't be gone from the house too long. So I'm gonna, that's why I did grocery delivery, so I could go ahead and get my groceries and then head off to get that pigeon if the lady decides to call today, so that I can help that pigeon. Well, it wasn't the groceries, it was my dad's therapist. So he did therapy. Sometimes they just show up I guess they try to call me, but sometimes I don't answer the phone because I don't know, it doesn't tell me if it's my dad's therapist or a solicitor, so sometimes I don't answer the phone. So they showed up because they know we're always here. So he did therapy, and they're doing therapy standing up, which that's what they did not do in the nursing home. And that poor man has been on the struggle bus. I talk about balance in my morning lives. My morning lives are on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7 a.m. And I talk about mental health. So if you're someone that struggles with depression, anxiety, just stress in your life, I invite you to join us on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7. One thing I talk about is balance. So I'm going to say 2 months ago, I was addicted to Coke Zero, and I decided to give them up. And I gave them up for 6 weeks and did not drink a soda at all. Now I'm slowly reintroducing sodas to my diet. A soda is supposed to be not every drink, right? You're supposed to drink your water because that helps keep your bowels moving, you hydrated, it makes you feel better. And this, not so much. This is considered a treat. But I'm trying to work on balancing my life, not being extreme one way or the other, because that is something that I struggle with. So I'm trying to drink these occasionally and create balance in my life. So those are some of the things that I talk about in my morning live. So I hope you'll join me. Now it's time to go feed the pigeons. Because it's so hot today, I'm gonna go ahead and put my hair up because I know I'm fixing to pour sweat because it's time for the morning chores to kick in. I have done water, like I said, but I've got to finish putting out feed and do a little bit of cleaning this morning. So another part of being healthy is having your mind and know that what your limits are. So I know that it's going to be 100 degrees, therefore I've got to make sure that I hydrate myself today and pace myself, go inside and take breaks and so forth. But there is a couple of things that I need to accomplish today out in the farm. And number one would be replenishing the pigeon feed. I do need to do a little bit of cleaning up in the pigeon coop because pigeons are worse than chickens. So I'm going to get started. The lady with the rescue pigeon has not messaged me yet. So I'm waiting on her to message me to know whether I'm going to leave today or tomorrow to go rescue that pigeon. The pigeon, she sent me a picture of it. It's white. It's really pretty. It's got a little bit of black on it. It's just, I don't know what type of pigeon it is. I'm going to have to look, or maybe I'll have to call Cog Hill Farm again to say, hey, what kind of pigeon is this? One thing when you rescue is you have to separate it for a couple of days to make sure it's not going to carry any type of disease and die and get your other pigeons or chickens sick. So it is a process when you bring an animal to your farm. You can't just go dump it off into a coop with other pigeons or other chickens, because it could make them sick and then it would kill your entire flock. So I will be putting it in the education center for a couple of days and assessing the situation to make sure that it's not sick. I want you to listen. Listen to the pigeons. I could sit and listen to that all day long. All right, I got the side-by-side in here. I'm going to go shut the gate so little varmints don't get out while I'm cleaning, because they will. And my neighbor's dog gets out all the time. So I need to make sure that I close the gate in case, in case their dog is out on the loose. So got that closed. All right. Now to go get started on the pigeons. Now I call the pigeons my jailbirds because they live in the jail cell. So when I say jailbirds, you know I'm talking about my pigeons and my pheasants. Cutting open this bag. I store my pigeon feed in a box in the chicken coop. No, the pigeon coop. The jailbird house. Judy, you've got to work on recording and saying the right words. Are y'all laughing? I never say the right words. Welcome to Snead's Farmhouse channel. So today, this morning, I received a phone call from a school. This school I work with every year. They are kindergartner classes. There's 5 classes. And I work with the teachers at this school to teach kids the life cycle of a chick. So what I do is provide them the incubator, the brooder, the feeders, the waterers, the heat lamp. Jeez. The heat lamp, the incubator itself, and fertile eggs. And I go into the school and teach them how to hatch baby chicks. These kids always get a big kick out of hatching eggs and learning about the life cycle of a chick and what it takes to take care of a chick. So that will happen next Wednesday. And usually when I go into the school to deliver everything, I usually take an animal with me, and I read them my story about how my farm got started, so I can teach them about how my animals live in harmony on my farm. Speaking of school, tonight I'm going to a local school in my community called, and the PTA, or PTO I think it's called, is having a little fundraiser for the school, and it's where nonprofits come to the school and they open it up for people to come look at the nonprofits, and they do like raffles and stuff for the school. So tonight from 5:30 to 7:30 I'm going to that. The reason I'm able to do that is because Shane will be home to take care of Larry while I go do that. And I tell you, it takes both of us working together to provide Larry the best care. And I'm very grateful that Shane will put up my animals and take care of Larry while I go do what I need to do. It's great to have a good team when you have a farm. Not only do pigeons, jailbirds, have to have feed, but they also have to have grit to digest their food. So I just bought a fresh bag of grit. They have to have a certain kind of grit to be able to digest their food. And you wouldn't believe, grit, this special grit, is like, I think it was $37 for this bag, and it's filled up to here. Pigeons are expensive. It's hot in there. So a couple of videos ago, I showed you my baby pigeons, and I actually had to call Cog Hill Farm to ask for advice about the pigeons. I'm fairly new to pigeons, so often I have to call to find out certain things to make sure I'm doing everything right. Well, I took advice from Mary Carl and Brooks at Cog Hill Farm, and I want to show you the new baby pigeons.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow, and the old washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this: if you try to get some sleep, if you give up the fight, if only just for a bit, there's a new day to leave behind your troubles. There's a new day, and it will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will always